All right, welcome back to the channel. It's more Advent. You already know your boy Dario, and I just came back from a OTS Championship for Infinite Forbidden. Your boy made top 8 for the first time, and that was my first ever tournament, which is crazy too. Been grinding. I came back to the game in January. It's been a whole journey just learning and growing. But my deck that I took, FIENDSMITH Chimera, and you can see the main boy that helped me out, Malicious Bane. So let's get into the profile. We'll start with the extra deck. Why not? It's a little bit interesting. So main card here was Malicious Bane. I was able to access it with the Evil Hero package that's been going around. It's been pretty good. Grateful I added it. It came up a lot. This deck total was 41 cards somehow. I had the Fight for package. I was thinking about it, but it was just too bricky. I wanted to see my engine. I wanted to really get into just cool plays. And yeah, so Bane for one. Obviously, Necro Quip. This came up way too many times. Extra body on the board. You need it. You need it if you're running FIENDSMITH. One Lacrima, obviously, came up. I had to do it. Burn for game, unfortunately, but this is the format we're in. We need a ban list. Hopefully, it comes soon. We had one Desiree just to get those negates on, especially for Sangan, summoning, all that nonsense. For the Chimera, 2 Burfo, and we do 2 Chimera. These are your bread and butter. You need 2 of each, I'd say. Hand Rip is too good, especially when you're in a grind game. This is pretty much your Beatrice. This is why I don't run it, particularly with this deck. It's too good. It's way too good. So I enjoyed using both. This card came up too, Magnum the Reliever. It's a light fiend. You never know when you need to get into your Requiem. This is just interruption on its own. Guardian Chimera, obviously, pretty simple card to get around. And then for our links, obviously, 1 Requiem. This is your starter for getting everything out the deck. Obviously after that we have the 1 Sequence. Just be sure to not get impermed because that will destroy you. Besides that, we have 1 SP. I got this last minute. Thank you, my boy Ian. This came up. Obviously, this is just free. Appaloosa, I didn't really use. I should have. Looking back, I could have went into it a few times. I just wanted to have more of my Chimera pieces on the board just in case for negates. But Appo, I should have used it way more. And the last card came up way too often. Your boy Caesar. He's pretty much a solemn. Stops your nibs. Make sure to go into him before your 5th summon or on your 5th summon. That way you're protected. All right. Now for the main deck, as I said, 41 cards. We'll start with the main package. You have your 3 of your Mirror Sword Knight and obviously 3 Kodals. These are probably the best to be used at 3 if you're using the full package. Don't mess around. The next is your main normal summon, which is your Gazelles. These obviously are going to search out your Burfo and your Chimera Fusion. I'm running 2 Burfo. I know some people might run 1. It could be seen as a brick, but grind game you got to think about, especially this format. It comes up. Sometimes you might want to lock yourself, sometimes you might not, but all about the line that you see. I do 2 Apprentice. This is a good card as well. I used to run 3 before Infinite Forbidden, but 2 is a good spot in my opinion. Do whatever you want. This is just what got me to top 8. This card. Oh man, Engraver is a fun card. This is what really gives this deck that boost that it needs. Obviously, we are still rogue out here, so you gotta do what you gotta do. Besides that, this is the hero package. Necrom, you can dump with Burfo. You can search your other cards with the gold. It was too good. Everybody was like, what is no one saw it coming, so definitely use it if you can. And then for our one-ofs, we have 1 Lurie, 1 Diabels, 1 Tau. Lurie, self-starter pretty much. Diabells, this destroys Tenpai and anything else that you might run into that, you know, would use like Imperm or going from there. And Tao. Tao will special summon back Diabells usually, or whatever other illusion. Just remember, you are locked in illusions from the graveyard. In terms of hand traps per se, maining 2 Bishiels, 1 Baldrake, 1 Druid's Worm. These are self-explanatory. This is a light format, a lot of dark cards as well. Gotta use it. 1 Droll. Not just to come up, you'll see I'm running Crossout, which is the savior of this deck. But yeah, it came up, definitely saved me. We are doing 3 Ash Blossom. Obviously, you gotta do it. I was a little scared with the Snake Eye matchup, but it didn't come up, thankfully. For our spells, we have 2 Talents. I think this is a sweet spot. I was running Thrust. There was no reason for it. I dropped it. Talents is just broken. Definitely a good card. For our one-of spells, we have 1 Track, 1 Dark Calling, and 1 Feather Duster. So people are running Dark Fusion. It's a generic. You can go into whatever fiends you want. I did Dark Calling just for the banishing aspect, because you can special summon back with Baphomet on your opponent's turn, whatever you use. So it's come up, and obviously for your malicious to the level 5 or higher, you could use Engraver, go crazy, pull back the Engraver with Lacrima. There's just too much. So Dark Calling was cool. Maybe I'll try Dark Fusion, but it's a great card. Feather Duster helps out just for some board removal. Track, you kind of need 1 track. For our quick plays, this needs to go to 1. I have cross-outed almost everything. This is what saved me so many turns, so many games. I feel like it's kind of busted at 3. Not many people are running it either for whatever reason. But yeah, I love cross-out. And my other 3, the Chimera Fusion. This is very self-explanatory. You need your Chimera Fusions. Please use them. And then call back. And then the last 3 will be Imperms. Straightforward. For our side, I was definitely thinking about the side a lot. I changed it last minute too. But we have 1 Barrier Statue. This is gonna lock out a lot of the format. You have 1 Wangu, just in case you go against Yubel, Snake Eye Ash, whatever. 2 DD Crow. I feel like this format you need it, especially with these gimmick puppets. Just DD Crow there, whatever rank up spell they have, or go from there, or puppet lock. And just take the puppet out with the branded players. 1 Shifter. I'm not using it because I like Shifter. This is just for cross out. I've ran into it too many times and love seeing people's faces when it gets cross out. 1 Ogre. Obviously cross out 2, but Ogre, you only need 1. It did come up a few times. And then for time, unfortunately, Dogwood. You gotta do it. I didn't have to use it, thankfully. I could have, but I behaved myself. We go to 2 Cosmics. Great card. Came up just a few times, but just gotta watch out. You don't want to lose time. Lose to time, excuse me. Forbidden Droplet. Great card. Self-explanatory. And then evenly for going second, it just gets rid of boards. It's too easy. And the last card, Tikaboo. Tikaboo. I have used it too many times. I can play around it like crazy, and none of my opponents could. But yeah, this is the deck profile that got me to my first top 8 at the OTS at Millennium Games. Have fun. I am grateful to have grown so much in a short time. I will definitely be back for the regional, and you will see me at YCS Niagara. I'll be getting some vlog footage. Man, I need to finish up a lot of videos, so hopefully this gets out soon. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.